Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. Today we get a special insight of somebody's farming routine. Better said, he had a project called 100, right? 100, but no, not level 100. More or less like 100 boss kills. Okay, so last White Rabbit was doing some boss kind of like boss farming routine, right? He said like, you know what, let's make a challenge. I want to kill 100 Shapers, 100 Elders, and 100 Uber Elders to see if boss farming is profitable or not. So I do like to do bosses myself, but I wouldn't see myself as a boss killer type of currency maker, because I love to map. I just run maps, you know, and if there is a boss spawning, I'll just do it, you know. I'm not really specifically buying fragments or stuff like that, but he did that. He actually made a lot of work to himself, writing down every single piece, and today I want to talk about it. And on top of that, we're gonna check at his profits here a little bit, because he also providing 72 Watcher's Eye. So the right side here, the 36 here are Uber Elder Watcher's Eye, going for about, I would say, 11 exalts roughly. And on the left side here, we have the Elder Watcher's Eye, okay? So there is like about 3.5 exalts here on this side per jewel here, right? So there you see the Uber Elder Watcher's Eye, just because it has 3 stats, is 3 times more expensive than the left side, the usual Elder one. So to say that, he farmed about 50, I think 53 or something. I think he had like 30 Uber Elder Watcher's Eyes and like 23 of Elder Watcher's Eye or something, and he bought up the rest, so we have a nice gamble here on top of that. But therefore, we're gonna do that a little bit later. So let's take a look at his write down, and oh boy, he's actually doing a little bit more than I usually do. Like, this is my write down, okay? We have like Uber Elder Watcher's Eye, like 3.5. We have like total of like close to 2 mirrors on this stash tab that we're gonna take a look at today. And his write down looks more like this, okay? So this is something I want to talk today, or at least like take a look. So we have here, we start here on the Shaper. This is basically the cost of the fragments here. Here he typed down if he had a carry, but he sadly didn't have one. Doesn't matter, but here are the possible drops that you can have. The fragments and so on for the Uber Elder, and he just legit made run after run after run after run and wrote down what did he get, what did he invest, and in the end, is it profitable or not, right? So we're gonna take a look at the complete rundown here. We had like the prices here. He made some price calculations, being a low roll, a good roll, a one-off perfect roll, and the perfect roll. So he really made his homework there, price checking like I would do, right? And in the end, he spent about 17,300 chaos, and he profited about 23, at least like got 23,000, which means about 5,000, close to 6,000 chaos profit here, which is about 31 exalts to the exalt exchange ratio of 185. So in 100, because it's always like, you know, do a boss, do 5 bosses, 6 bosses, you know. If you're lucky, you make a lot of profit. If you're not, you're gonna call it, it's not worth it. But on a sample size of 100 Shapers, 100 Elders, 100 Uber Elders, you get actually an accurate idea what is the weighting of certain items and if it's profitable or not. And in terms of Shaper, he made a solid 31 exalts profit, pure profit, by running that, which I would consider not that great, because running 100 Shaper takes quite some time. I think he did all of that in the time of 1 week. And if I remember back when I found my Celestial hideout, it took me about 3 or 4 days to kill almost 400 Shapers, so it's quite a lot of farming. And if you say like today I'm gonna farm non-stop Shaper, 31 exalts profit is solid, you know, is solid, it's good profit, but I think there is other strategies where you could make more. Okay, let's take a look at the Elder encounter. Again, we have all the fragments here listed, the carries, the drops that we got here, the fragments that he dropped in the end, and if he got a Watcher's Eye. And this is basically exactly what I said before. This is the value of an unidentified Watcher's Eye. We talk about 3.5 exalts here, which turns out to be like 700 chaos somewhere at this point. Again, all the drops listed, all the price checks, all the homework done. It's just beautiful to watch something like this, because I personally like to play Path of Exile myself, right? So we're gonna see, we have about 15,800. That's like close to the one from Shaper with 17,000. He made about 20,000, which means a solid 4,433 chaos, or in other words, about 24, 25 exalts, depending on the exalt exchange ratio. But still, here again, I think like doing the Elder is kind of more profitable, because I can guarantee you, you're gonna do 100 Elders way faster than you do 100 Shapers, just because the Shaper is like a more instance, you know, first fighting off the 4 bosses, then do Shaper, then do the midsection, do Shaper again, do the other midsection, and then in the end you're gonna get profit or not. But in the end, Elder is way faster to do, because you get in, you just throw him down, he spawns a couple portals, and then you just kill him, so it's way faster to do that. And here we have a 25 exalts roughly profit. Very nice layout here. So now let's talk about the expensive part, because as you know, Shaper is dropping the Uber Elder fragments, the 2 that you can have. It's like the one over here, where do we have them? Fragments? No, this is the Flask tab. Where's the fragments? Here they are. So you have here the Shaper set, the Elder set, and both of those, the Shaper can drop the red fragments from Uber Elder, while the Elder will drop the dark gray ones, the right side of the Uber Elder fragments. And basically, Shaper ones are way more expensive just because the set is way more valuable. And in the end, this is the 100 Uber Elder challenge, and this is quite nuts to do, because it's a lot of investment. It takes a lot of time to buy all of that, because I have some experience with that, right? Usually, if you do the challenges, it's usually about 40 Uber Elder kills. That was it in the past. Since 3.9, we now have like 75 Cyrus kills, which I think is even more retarded, but hey, that's about it, you know? So he even doubled that, basically, did 100 Uber Elder, and the final result is about 118 exalts profit. So a 51,000 chaos investment, 73,000 close to what he got, which means a solid 21,000 chaos profit over here, right? There's 100 exalts. It's like really, really good. But I'm here interested in how many things he actually got here, because from my experience, I have never ever found an Eternity Shroud, although doing at least a 50 to 100 Uber Elders every single league in total, right? So I've never got one of these, so I would like to know. So we have Disintegrator. I'd like to know, wait, where is the... So we have Disintegrator, Void Fletcher, Eternity Shroud, there you go. So you want 1, 2, 3... There's only 3 Eternity Shrouds in 100 runs, which explains its rarity. It's actually insane. And compared to the more expensive Uber Elder Watcher's Eye, if you sell it, it's like drops pretty often too. Although, so in the end, you can say farming 300 bosses here, 100 Shapers with about 31 exalts profit, the Elder with about 25 exalts, and the Uber Elder with a big 120 exalts profit here. So that basically shows again what I always teach people when I talk about how to make currency. Find something that you really like to do, whether it's mapping, it's labyrinth, it's, I don't know, like farming bosses, do boss scares, whatever you do, when you say like, okay, this is something that makes me happy, I could do this a whole week or something, this is what you aiming for to farm, because in the end, as long as you're farming, you're gonna make a lot of profit, as shown on this sheet here. All right, that's the first part of the video. Second part, we're gonna take a look at this beautiful Watcher's Eyes. This is probably the part where you're waiting for, and I would say, usually I'm price checking those, but it's 2 months into the league, so we're not gonna bother too much with price checking. It's more about Christmas presents, you know, see a bunch of presents here. Let's take a look if we got some nice robot or something, or just, you know, like some pair of socks or so, right? So, let's start with the first one. As I said, on the left side is the Elder Watcher's Eye, on the right side is the Uber Elder. So we're gonna start with the Elder ones, and if there is a really good one, we're gonna price check it, obviously, like, you know, triple hatred, the ones that you always get, right? Probably not. So, then we have Purity of Elements. This is Male Violence, Recovery, not that good. Discipline and Salutary Crit, nothing too fancy here. Determination, not really. Hatred, Cold Damage, and Pride. So Pride, definitely. Pride is a solid stat. We not care about the Hatred, Cold Damage here. The Pride additional goes as long as my opinion goes for, I would say, between 20 and 22 exalts. So Impale lasts 2 additional hits, which is about 24 exalts. So it reached a little bit, but there is the first like valuable Watcher's Eye here, not too hard to get here. So then we have Determination, Wrath, not too great. Wrath, increased crit strike chance, Purity of Elements. Clarity and double damage. Double damage also a stat that would sell for a little bit, but if you're playing Impale, you want to have this +2, and then we can talk about other stats. Alright, so then we have multiplier by anger, then we have wrath and double damage, then we have anger and impale, not that great, pride, intimidate, we have salutary, vitality, we have purity of ice, purity of lightning, it's kind of garbo, we have physical conversion, this is not too bad, I think there's like 3 or 4 exalts on this part because of the conversion. Then we had anger and vitality, nothing too special here. Hatred conversion with a max roll, probably more on the 5 exalts end here. Then we have fire conversion and impale again, so we're gonna switch that over. It's like 50 exalts over here. Hatred, cold penetration should also be quite some exalts, but not like too much as these two here. Haste, onslaught, not really. It's a double haste though, but I wouldn't bother really with the chance to dodge spells, so I would not pay for that stat. And we have hatred, cold damage, in clarity, mana recovery, probably not. Determination, purity of elements, not really. A double wrath with lightning damage and critical strike chance. Wrath is something that is not used too often. I still would like to price check it just to see, but I would say probably maybe like 20, maybe 30. So let's see, lightning damage, and the other one was critical strike chance. I would say that the lightning penetration would be better, obviously. We have critical strike chance by wrath, so we have a double wrath duel going for about 32 exalts. So that's another winner, I would say, so that's not too bad either. I kind of forgot what I said, but yeah. I said like 20 or so, right? 30. So, hey, my price predictions are not bad. I was 2 off on the impale, and I was like 5 exalts off of this one, so that's not bad. So then we have determination and lightning, probably not. Purity of fire and wrath, probably not. Discipline and damaging ailments you inflict. I would still go with the other male violence mod, which gives you a global damage over time multiplier, and this would be the second best stat on this one. So if this is extra lightning, probably not. Then we have grace, anger, penetration, vitality, purity of elements. Again, double elements, discipline and haste. Then we have clarity, max ES. That's definitely a stat that goes for something. It kind of fell. It was about I would say 35 to 40 exalts in the start of the league in the first month. But lately they are dropping heavily, as far as I remember. So now they're at like 25 exalts. Still big, nice, juicy profit here, or at least currency gain, right? So precision and clarity, then we have purity of fire, damage penetration, and the last one, clarity and discipline. Probably not. So based on that, what is it, like 20 exalts, then we have 40 exalts, here about 30 is like 70, plus 25, plus the other ones, I would say roughly about 100 to 110 exalts of these Watcher's Eye without price checking all of the others. That means we had about 36 of those, and the actual price was about 3.5. So I would say it's pretty much even here on this part, pointing out those special ones. And there is a couple of exalts right here with the conversion and stuff. So I would say in terms of the Elder Watcher's Eyes, it breaks out pretty much even. So let's take a look at the Uber Elder Watcher's Eye, where every single one of those go for about 11 exalts. So double Malevolence with bleeding, not affected, and ailments, probably not. I'm not sure. There's better male violence stats. So salutary, discipline, probably not. Grace, elements, and precision multiplier. I mean, like a lot of people like to use purity of elements because of this mod here, hiring your chaos resistance, because the majority of people are running around like me with a negative 60 chaos resistance, just like I don't care about chaos resistance. But a lot of people do, so they really like to have this purity of elements chaos resistance stat. And precision multiplier is a global thing, same as clarity. It's not hard to get a level 1 clarity or a level 1 precision into your build as well. So this probably could be a couple of exalts right here. And we have a double haste with onslaught and dodge, pretty much the same as we had over here. Just this time around we have clarity, mana when you use a skill. Probably not. So wrath and double discipline. Chance to block spell damage, probably one of the worst stats as far as I see. But I mean, still, wrath conversion. I'm not sure. Like, I'll just keep on going, dudes. Maybe I'm just like super wrong and this is actually a mirror tier duel, which I probably just not thinks, but yeah, let's just keep on going, I would say. Chance to block, and the other one is useless. Then we have Hatred, Penetration, Determination, and Purity of Lightning. Nah. So, Salutary, Wrath. You know, I wanna have those really juicy double hatred, I don't know, like double penetration, you know, like this kind of duels. But these are all like, definitely gonna sell, but I'm just too fucking lazy to price check, okay? So let's just keep on moving here. Determination, Precision, Attack Speed, and Haste. Then we have Discipline, Pride, double damage, and Penetration by Hatred. All good stats. All good stats, but Pride is a pure physical build, so Hatred will not fit in there. So, Grace, Haste, Wrath, no. Hatred, Fist Conversion, Wrath, no. Then we have Precision, Facing While Haste, Discipline, Clarity, Haste. Just the wrong stats, you know. Discipline and Clarity max ES mana would be nice. So then we have Cold Penetration and Male of Violence, probably not. Discipline, Haste. Intimidates. Then we have Haste, Determination, Wrath, Purity of Ice, Wrath, Purity of Elements, and Pride, 2 additional hits. Anger. Come on, wait. Damaging Ailments. This could actually be quite okay for an Ignite build. Use Malevolence, damage over time. Ignite is an ailment, so that should work too. And fire damage, probably a little bit of niche here, but could work out. Then we have Wrath, Anger, Precision. Sadly, the wrong mods. Then we have Pride, Vitality. Probably not. Then we have Purity of Ice, Purity of Lightning, and Purity of Fire. Yeah, because everybody needs triple Purity. I mean, it's good, but probably only on low life or something. So, Anger, Determination, and Haste, not really. Double Vitality with damage leached as life and the life per second. Sadly, it's not the flat life plus the life recovery rate. That would make it like super good. But I would not really value the damage leached as life too high because there is so many sources. One thing I want to point out here, on a melee build, it's not hard, you know? You have like a bunch of these attack leached as life or physical damage leached as life. But this makes it a little bit more special here because it's a global modifier telling you damage is leached as life. As we know, on caster builds, is not really easy to get life leech because all of the good notes here, Heart of Flame is fire damage leeches energy shield, right? Here we have lightning damage leeches energy shield. Here we have spell damage leeches energy shield. So if you're playing a life-based character that is casting, it's not that easy to gain a leech. You have the Ghost Reaver that is converting your life leech into energy shield leech, but you don't have the other way around where you can say like, you know what, I'll take Heart of Flame, I'm gonna leech energy shield, and I'm going to take a Keystone where I leech life instead. But yeah, questionable, but this stat here is a little bit more specific. So double precision here with the 2 worst stats, sadly. If that would be attack speed and multiplier, holy Jesus, but no. It's blinded and flask charge. It's not that great. So precision, attack speed, and male violence, and haste, cooldown recovery. Probably not. Discipline, energy shield recovery rate, then life recovery from flasks, and Physis extra lightning. Probably something. Anger, wrath, determination. No. And we have grace, clarity, and male violence. Not really. Then anger, determination, and purity of ice. Damage over time is good. Damage over time is good as a standalone. Then we have Pride, +2, Hatred, Flat, and Determination. And the last one is Precision, Multiplier, Vitality, Life Recovery Rate. This is the stat that I was talking about on top of there. And we have Fist as conversion by Wrath. So I'm not too sure. I'm actually not too sure considering that we have here a 36 that goes by 11 Exalt each, which is about 400 Exalts here, right? I definitely could sell here probably 100 Exalts, what I can guarantee you to get out of those without really price checking. But I'm almost sure that this is a negative here, because there is nothing like double discipline, clarity discipline, some kind of those stats here. I miss those for some reason, so let me know in the comments below what you think, because I'm just, I don't know, like, I'm hungry, I'm tired, I'm just too lazy to price check. I do apologize, but still, for my defense here, it's 2 months into the league. It's very questionable what prices are actually valuable, what you can actually get for those that late into the league. Because it's way easier to sell those in the start of the league. Good, I think pretty nice thing here. Big thanks to BewareWhiteRabbit for showing me this, yeah, product here, or the outcome of farming 100 bosses of Shaper Elder and Uber Elder, and he also bought some additional Watcher's Eye for me to check if we're gonna get some Mirror Tier Jewel. Sadly, did not happen from my perspective, and yeah. Thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching, and see you on the next video.